pandemic trapped a bunch of aging role-playing gamers in their homes, forcing them to crawl out of their pen and paper comfort zone and into the online world of virtual tabletops and video calls. So join them as they raise the curtain to share their stories, insights, and love of all things geek. Welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers Podcast, assholes.
Welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers Podcast, presentation of our next story arc, The Endless Harvest. This is going to be a actual play D&D 5th edition rules podcast, following a band of adventurers and sort of a dark sort of thriller Dungeons and Dragons game. So the setting is in basically the Western Kingdoms. We'll be starting in the capital of Andoril. And so the basic setup for the world is this isn't set in like Forgotten Realms or Greyhawk. This is just a homebrew setting. Basically, in this particular kingdom, to the south of the capital is a city called Seawall. Seawall is the port city. It's the major trade hub for the kingdom. And about 6-7 months ago, there was the beginning of sightings of like strange creatures and demons appearing in the city. It began to spread, and the Watch there was investigating it and found that a cult had opened a portal into the plane of chaos. So like demons like slot and all that started pouring through, and eventually the guard couldn't hold anymore, and the city was evacuated, and it's been completely taken over by
metal.
By metal, by the forces of chaos. And so the kingdom is trying to keep that from spreading. At the same time, basically the barrier between this world and the realm of chaos is thinned, and all kinds of strange things are happening. Weird creatures are forming, appearing from nowhere, all kinds of bad stuff. So that's basically where the setting is. And our adventure starts us, again, in the capital city of Andorin, and in a small tavern called the Mad Monkey. And it's in an offside street, kind of an alleyway. It's not one of the larger clubs. And there is a figure walking down the street, cloaked, their features hidden, long dark hair, sort of human features with an elvish sort of mix. And they stop in front of the Mad Monkey and look up, and there is a sign sort of tacked to the wall that says, tonight and for the next 2 weeks, performance by the Mithril Maidens. And the figure walks in, and they're basically in, sort of a dark, smoky club. There are adventurers, workers, townspeople, trying to escape the stress of the day. The city's been sort of overwhelmed by an influx of refugees. So these are people trying to sort of drink away their sorrows. And on a low, poorly lit stage is a group of 5 adventurers. One of them is slumped over in the corner, their instrument laying on their chest as they've already passed out. But the others are playing, banging away at their instruments and playing this sort of heavy lute, bass, drum bonanza. The figure sits down at a nearby table and looks across the stage, and here's where we're going to introduce our characters. So we'll start with Nathan.
Oh, shit. Hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm not the GM. Fucking hell. I'm playing Echoes of Banter, an Eladrin monk, and he plays the bagpipes in the band. And so he's about 6 feet tall. Hair is green tonight, but does change depending on his mood or his season. Very kind of skinny, 150 pounds soaking wet, but very, very kind of lean and muscular still. When he's playing the bagpipes, he's got kind of a goofy grin and kind of a little bit of a sparkle in his eyes.
Cool. All right. So next we'll Tyr.
Hi, I'm Tyr. I'm going to be playing Rain Northshine, the lead lutist for the Mithril Maidens, a totally self-absorbed fairy. He is about 6 to 7 inches tall.
Okay.
He tells everybody 7 inches.
He trims his hair so he looks taller.
Oh no, his hair is fucking long, spiked. Changes color at will. Oh yeah, you've never seen him perform with a shirt. You don't know if he owns one. Oh, God. He's a lead
Grim. God, you shut up, you fake fucker. Trying to introduce myself. And you look at my IQ, my God. Shit, I'm getting angry. Oh, I am Pilgrim of the Lost Shire. I'm 3 foot 4 inches tall. Amber-eyed male, shaggy red hair, light-skinned. I'm bulky and love the sound of music. I'm the last of my tribe. It's up to me to keep their name going by the power of music and metal. I play my lute and go with these people, and I'm angry. Just angry. That's all I have right now. I need a drink, actually. Let's go.
All right.
That is my I will be playing the part of Blanco in this venture, I think. But go ahead.
All right. What class are you?
Oh, I'm a barbarian, of course. I'm a barbarian, and that's it, basically. Straight barbarian.
All right. And Chris.
And I am Chris. On drums is the mighty half-orc Zulja Azaya, lead singer of Mithril Maidens.
And slouched in the corner is Gromarsh, who is also a half-orc bard, who has currently had way too much to drink. And so he is passed out with his instrument in his hand, amongst other things. And so
that's not what's in his hand.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Sadly.
All right. So you guys are upstairs. You guys are playing, and someone yells out, of course, from the crowd. Inevitably, it happens every night. Someone yells, "Miserable beast! Poor miserable beast!"
Look, I haven't written Miserable Beast yet. We're going to do that next show.
All right. So your set winds down, and as you guys are taking a quick break to get an ale or a drink of choice, a hooded figure, again, looks sort of human with sort of elven sort of features, comes up to you, and you basically hear, "Hello, my name is Fell. I'd like to talk to you about a business proposal."
Like fell down.
Whoa, mate. Listen. We sign autographs after the set. We're just on a 5-minute break, okay?
Did you say you fell?
Hey, you gotta let our fans interact with us. I mean, this is true love. You gotta let them show us the real love.
I'm just saying, man, we'll be here all night.
Are you trying to sleep with the fan again? You're always trying to sleep with the fan. Why don't you just let the fan come up?
I mean, the fans will sleep with me. You know, I'm so
I don't know that, but I think that, the fan. Sir, do you want to sleep with him?
He sort of pauses for a minute and says, I'm here on business.
Oh, sorry.
But it's not out of the realm of possibility. And so he takes off his hood.
My goodness.
And this is who you see. I don't know if you guys can actually see him now. So, okay, so roll 20.
There we go. He is a fae.
Oh, a pretty boy.
He is real pretty.
You're one of them glam guys, aren't you? Oh, God.
He's got a pretty mouth.
So you hear, he says, perhaps when business is done, there might be some discussion of socialness.
Aren't you the lead singer of Twisted Sistren?
Twisted Sistren? Yeah, those guys are cool. The makeup and the hair. Their hair's as tall as me. It's amazing. I guess.
Yeah, what's that one quote from that movie? How do you know how to put, or how do you know how much makeup to put on? He says, "I keep putting it on till I want to fuck myself." I think that was a Poison quote.
That is a Poison quote.
It was a Poison quote.
C.C. DeVille, I think.
So you hear, I was informed that you all had skills as adventurers, and my associate is in much need of assistance, and it pays a lot better than this gig. Might I interest you in discussing it further?
What, we get paid?
Oh, yes.
I like paying gigs.
I mean, like, paid gigs.
Everybody so we're going to test some dice rolling with Beyond 20.
God help us.
All right, so if I could get folks to make a perception check.
Oh, I actually have. I don't have a minus that skill. Let's do it.
I'm perceptive.
I am drunk off my ass.
Oh, I'm
I am trying to
true
fix
to
my
form.
hair in the mirror with a 4. I don't know.
I just heard paying gig.
yes.
Got a 13.
How much paying gig did you say?
Thank God's one of us is observant. Jesus.
While this guy is talking, Rain looks over. He's like, "I think he OD'd again. I'm telling you. We need a healing potion or something in him stat. That's just not normal." He's looking over the guy slumped over the.
I say my healing words for the hangovers.
Hey, wait a
man.
minute. Did you mean to send that to me, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got an 18, or is that? Where's your perception?
No,
was 6.
no,
Never
it's
mind.
well,
That's his loot.
You
plate.
got the best perception with a 6. So.
No, Echoes the banter got 15.
Oh no! Well, all right. Well, all right. So
I can play that
already
off. I'll
sent it,
play that
so-
off. I didn't see. I'm like,
We're already talking about how to spend the new gig money.
I could get those Chris boots.
The band drinks free. You were told, right? He's yelling at the bartender. The band drinks free.
You know, they make them boots that are like 2 feet tall. I could be 5 foot. You know, all the halfling girls will love it. They'll be the right height too. Ha 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 ha.
So you're not sure if you're drunk or
No,
something,
I'm
but
sure,
that's what you
I'm
notice.
sure that I'm drunk.
It's a safe bet.
So he points over to the table that he was sitting at, and asks, and you hear, "Will you please join me for a drink, and we
I
can
heard a
discuss
drink.
this
He's
this
got
job."
I
more
heard he's buying. Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, big drink.
Yeah,
as big as
alright.
me.
He'll raise his hands, and the waitress, the barkeep, he comes over and he's like, "Can I get you all some drinks,
them,
some
please."
pints?"
Yes.
And
yes, pints more.
Your most expensive saison, please.
Fell looks at him, and the guy says, "Yes, right away. Pints round." And he goes back and starts pouring pints of ale.
Rain stands in front of his pint glass.
I drink half of Pilgrims.
What? You do not drink half
I drink
of
half of Pilgrims.
I grab.
It only is me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're having
Get
a
off my
face.
shit. I grab his mug and drink it.
Son of a bitch! I grab him and start shaking him.
And I reach across real quick and I grab Zuja's because she's like a fucking this small, and I grab it and go ha ha.
Rain takes off, flexes, warms up, and then lifts up his pint glass in his 6-inch body and starts drinking it.
Barkeep, give me something this little one can't pick up.
Drinking mine with my hand over the top, so Holgrim doesn't spit in it accidentally like he always does.
I don't spit. What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
You're covering all of my face right now every time you talk.
What are you doing? You gotta learn to protect yourself.
When Echoes of Banter puts his drink down, I use Wizard's Hand to pick it up and give it to me.
It's fucking awesome. Hoogum Chris, can I get another pint? Actually, just give me 2 pints this time. 'Cause he's gonna take one.
A few minutes later, the young serving boy comes back and sets a platter on the table covered with pints of ale. Fell looks up to each of you, and you hear, "My associate works at the Grand Library and would like for you to transport something of great value to one of our monasteries in the country. The job would take about a day or so to walk out there and back, and would pay each of you handsomely, a total of 500 gold.
500 gold a piece?
How much is that? How much? What can I
Yes,
get with
a
500
piece.
gold? Can I get?
That's a lot of drinks.
Well, I mean, look,
It's
we
a
got
lot of
Mondays.
drinks.
We got Mondays and Tuesdays off here at the tavern. I mean, that fit our schedule.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can get like a new shirt.
This is a very sensitive matter, and so we need professionals to handle this, and I was pointed in your direction, as you are all both a band and adventurers.
right as you say professional, the sound of somebody wildly upchucking on stage.
It's probably Romarsh.
Don't mind him. He ate something bad. Really, it's just it'll pass by the time you pay us. God, man, you can't hold your liquor. You weak will. God,
Look.
embarrassing me.
Today's a walking day. We're not professionals today. We're just a band, okay? It's professional days are Monday and Tuesday.
No, we are more than a band. We are the band. We are.
So if you could pay us 500 gold apiece, you could probably pay us 600 gold apiece. I think.
Oh, that sounds a lot better. I like that. 600
Yeah,
gold
600
piece. I'm all
sounds a
for
lot
that.
better than 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, 700 sounds even better.
You will have to negotiate that with my associate. I do not
Okay.
actually. I am not the money person.
So
Damn it.
Aaron boy. All right.
They always send me agents.
It's okay. I mean, it's a little
It's trying
bigger
to
than a
distract
boy.
us with the pretty face.
So he will take a sip from one of the mugs, and he pushes a sort of like a parchment wrapped up onto the table. It says, "This is your access letter for the Grand Library. You'll have to show that to gain entrance. The person you will be meeting with is Fizbin the Grand."
Chisbin the Grand.
Was he?
Fizbin. I'm sorry.
Was he a performer? Because he sounds like a performer.
He
Sounds like a narcissist.
I think I saw him. He was in
Look, the
Grand
identity
Lake.
he's sending.
He was in Grand Lake Orchestra. He was. They were good. They did a lot of synth stuff. Yeah.
No, I do not think that Fizbin has been in a band. He is a
What, you
scholar
saying
and
people
a
in bands
scribe.
can't be scholarly?
The most
Who
excellent
writes the
order.
songs?
I know. Well, I don't write the songs.
I
just
write the
play 'em.
songs.
Oh, you do? You call that?
He's more of a shadow writer.
Oh,
He's behind the stage. I think he's written some things for some famous bards who've come through town. But no, he's not for the stage. That glamorous life isn't
he was
for
probably.
him. As he says glamorous, he kind of shakes his head a little bit. Lets his hair
Is
tussle
that
around.
dandruff or stars? Oh, okay, let's go. All right, let's go.
You're not sure, but he has a hint. You think he's got a
Whoa,
hint of
I get
glitter
up.
on him.
Are you saying
You-
that
you
next
just
to like
stay-
the glittery fairy and
You
the
just stay.
ladder?
You just stay over there, buddy.
Yeah, we're all like,
I just want to know who's wearing more guy liner. Is it me or is it him?
It's you.
All right.
You are definitely.
Yeah, say proportionally, because you're much smaller.
Yeah, he is not of the metal, this one. But we will go and entertain his deal, because I, Yoglim of the Lost Shire, I need money. All right, I'm broke. Okay, guys, we need this dig. We need it bad.
Look, I got some people looking for me.
You gotta keep a low profile because the last show.
I don't mind getting out of town
Listen,
Monday
the
and
last
Tuesday
show
while we're
was
not
a-
we
working.
don't talk about the
don't
last show,
nerd,
guys.
nerd.
We're in public.
It's not my fault. It is not my fault.
I didn't start the fire.
So you see him kind of leans forward, grabs the mug with both hands, takes another sip, sets it back down, and says, and you hear, "I'm intrigued. Last show."
First of all,
Yeah, we just
Do
played
tell."
it.
It was
First of all,
right
I
there.
don't fucking
like a
trust
good
anybody
story.
who drinks something with two hands.
It was far from here, the land you've never heard of. Canada.
That's true. That's true. This man speaks the truth.
You hear, I'm sorry. I normally am not an ale drinker. I tend to be more of the wine.
Like, I don't know how to respond to that. That just came out of left field. Even one for me, that's insulting. I mean, God.
He takes a larger drink of beer.
with one hand or two. I gotta know.
He does it with one, but it's like shaking. You can tell it's a little heavy.
That guy needs some
It's a little hard for him. He's not used to
some freaking CrossFit.
sunlight.
I don't know. All right.
But he says, yeah. So you hear, do tell. What was your last gig?
It was a whole misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding, just weird circumstances. We just happened to be there when that place burnt down. It wasn't our fault.
Nope.
I didn't hire the pyromancer.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I mean,
If there
it
was
wasn't
one.
our fault. It wasn't our
I
fault.
totally
that
did not
picked him
Look,
up.
it was
the
made of
crowd.
wood, okay? The entire place was made of wood.
Somebody
Listen.
didn't hit such high enough notes they shattered the glass in the oil lamps. That never happened. That's a fucking false rumor.
I mean,
I didn't punch the barbarian in the back of the head and that sent him into a rage.
I didn't throw the pyromancer into the bar burning. Can we talk? You know,
Alcohol soaked wood. Shit happens.
all right,
Not our
let's get back to this grand library thing.
As you're telling your story, you can see the his jaws kind of tighten, and you can see he's doing everything in his power to not show his concern. He looks like he just got a fresh Botox, right? Like his face is rigid.
perhaps he will crack
and you
a
hear
smile.
and so Tyr, what's the native language of your? Do you have like a native language for pixies, for fairies?
Yeah, it's Sylvan. He speaks Sylvan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're rather impressed that he can speak Sylvan, and you're actually impressed that the rest of the group can understand him.
Oh, wait, yeah. How does the half orc know Sylvan? How does that?
I am a bard. I speak many languages.
I mean, the Eladrin I can understand. The gnome barbarian just pretends he knows humanoid languages anyway. He just screams a lot.
You hear him ask. Do you have any questions about the library?
Well, how do we get there?
Yeah, that's usually a good question to ask.
If you ask any of the city guard, they will point you in the right direction.
Whoa. We're not establishment folk here, okay?
If you ask anybody on the street, they will be able to guide you to it. It is a very easy building to find. Anyone can give you directions who's local. But it is in the central quarter of town.
And Yulgrim, you're not allowed to eat the books.
I don't fucking eat books. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. You and your goddamn fancy ass ways.
So you said it's about a day's walk for the big folk here to get out to the area where we got to deliver this, right? We don't need mounts. We don't need our tour bus.
We have a tour bus?
You look outside. Look inside. There's a big cart like a big cart with our band logo painted on it, drawn by like two horses with a lot of jangly, kind of sparkly fucking reins and stuff.
You hear him. Yes, you can take your cart if you want. The road is fairly well maintained. You may find some ruts from other, depending if it rains or not. But no, it is passable. You could walk or take your cart.
I don't know. Look, the tour bus, it's advertising right there. It's, maybe you want us low key or high key is what we're saying. Or we want to show off where we're going? Are we going to play somewhere? You're higher in the breast, you understand.
You hear, I think that traveling as a band is an excellent cover and gives you plausibility for traveling.
Man, I hate cover bands.
Yeah, we're original. We ain't any posers, man. We are a real band. We're not fucking cover band. What the fuck is wrong with you? Two-hand drinking fucking freak. Getting fucking angry now.
I mean that it is good that you're not traveling, as you will be less suspicious. There are odd things about these days, and so we need seasoned adventurers to guard this most valuable object that you will be transferring.
Any details on what we're transferring here? Or is it, is it
Books.
The good scholar Fizbin can give you more information once you're there at the library.
I just want to know, is like of a recreational nature, because one of our band members kind of has a problem. He doesn't look over, but he just hears upchucking in the background.
We all just look over at the same time. And Tony's character
I believe that this item will not elicit any bad behavior. It is quite staid.
Seems like a lot of gold for something that's not a big deal.
Oh, but it is a very big deal. It is an incredibly important object that must be handled with great care and delivered to the proper people, or there could be great suffering within the capital and the region come this winter.
Oh, look, that sounds like us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
then,
yes.
and you hear he stands up and kind of nods, and you hear then have a safe trip and enjoy meeting Fizband. And to all of you, I bid good night.
I grab the
And
parchment.
he kind of bows and pulls up his cloak and walks out.
I grab his drink.
Yeah, fellows, I
Yes,
have
he's only taken like 3 or 4 sips out of it.
fellows, I have concerns of this one. 1, he uses 2 hands when he drinks. 2, he called us a cover band. 3, he has no ass. He never sat down. You can tell he has no ass. So he is some sort of creature.
They obviously need help if the strongest amongst them needs 2 hands to lift a glass. So
Yes, exactly. And he has no ass.
these scholarly types, they don't get out and get any. They don't get any real nature in them.
They know nothing of the blood and beer.
I will
song.
say it was
Wait a
cute
minute,
as
we can write that.
I would say it was
Jeez.
cute as fuck though. I
think he was the lead singer of Loverbard.
Oh,
Yeah, they look a lot like him.
Lover Bard. That's good, yeah.
turn me juice. They sing.
Turn
You
me
guys
loot.
have to write all these down.
Turn me loot.
Right, so we gather our fucked up friend. The bard, our little barbarian friend will walk over. Come, my friend. He throws him over his shoulder, which isn't really good enough because he's 3 feet tall, so he's dragging his head on the ground. Just walking out with the
Up the stairs.
His feet are dragging in the front, and
I mean,
his
he
head's
is a
dragging in the
half-orc as
back.
well, so that makes it even better.
while holding it. He's strong enough, so he'll hold a drink while he does it. He's not super strong, but he's strong enough for that.
I could help, but
He looks like a half-orc grew a pair of legs out of his stomach.
Yes, that's what it looks like. That's perfect.
All right, so basically the night goes uneventful. You play the rest of your set. Eventually, Gromarsh wakes up, plays a little bit more, drinks some more, and then passes out again in good metal form. It passes to the next morning.
We got to ask,
Yeah.
who does Echo take home that night?
Who don't I take home that night?
Yeah, come on. There's got to be a role. There's got to be a role to determine the quality
Yes,
of
yes,
groupie
it has
that
to
he
be a
takes
role.
home
Okay.
that night.
All right.
There must be a role.
Let's see. Is it culture? What's the boy? I keep jumping between systems. What's the social
what
skill
game are you
in
playing?
I would say
Performance?
acrobatics, maybe for him. No.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. There we go.
Persuasion. Stealth when you're trying to get away out of the room. Definitely. A 17.
oh, look how well the show went. Yeah, the show was pretty fucking
Gee,
good.
wow, a 25 for performance?
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Everybody roll their performance. We got Echo. We got wow.
Well, you know,
22.
Oh.
Yes.
he's just rhythm. It's not that
10.
important.
That's marginal.
Rain got drunk and fell off the stage with an 8.
Rain's,
Yeah.
Rain's mic stopped working.
But the drum solo.
So we'll go from bottom to lowest. So Rain got an 8. Rain spends the evening with Rosie Palmer, and so Echoes ends up with one of the barkeeps, and let's see, Holgrim, who are you looking for? What's the halfling looking for? Is there a
I don't know how to look. So I'm just like sitting there like, yeah, good show. I guess I'm going to go have a drink. Unless somebody's throwing themselves at me. The guy's got like
Zulja
wisdom.
takes back the first 3 tables.
So Holgrim, you right? So Holgrim, yeah, you're at the bar checking out a drink, and you see a half orc and a gnome come up next to you in the bar, and the half orc's a big sort of like woman. She's like tough. She looks almost like maybe she's a barbarian too, and the gnome, he's kind of kind of fancy dressed or whatever, and the gnome kind of leans over and says, "Hello, friend. My my significant other and I were wondering if you would like to make our evening complete. We've always
They want to build a bridge out of you.
she's a
I
big
think this is
fan.
like a cuckold type of thing.
I crit on my investigation roll, so I think I figured it should be insight. Wait a minute, let me roll insight. Let's do it right. Insight. 14, you can figure that out. Okay. I do feel like going into a bit of a rage. Come, let us go. I will mount your ass cheeks like the mountains near my house. Come, and I'll ride your enormous husband up them. Come.
Oh, the gnome.
That's
is
what I
the
said. I'm
husband.
gonna ride him like a little horse. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you need the visual of that.
And then Zuja, you just basically go back with the rest of the staff. And we've done it. We have done the trope of going into the bar to get laid for all the D&D
Are there girls there?
people out there. Right.
I want to do them.
I want to do them as well.
Pepsi right now.
Are there boys there?
We're breaking the same ground that D&D players have been breaking for the last 50 years now. All right, so the next morning, you guys awaken at different times. Maybe morning's a loose term.
After
Much
all.
like the bar back.
And you get
How we ever lost our virginities will be a mystery forever.
it's a little crowded in the van. But you all gather your stuff together and you're prepared to head
telling
out.
you guys, we need a roadie. I'm telling you. Tired of those little 6-inch guy flying, trying to carry a drum.
You play the lute. Why are you carrying the drum?
Why are you carrying a drum? When we get to school, we can hire
Also, I'm fucking hungover. I don't know.
you
Our healing word, Tier's character, dumbass.
We should all make con saves to see how we did.
Gromush will say that Gromush will stay behind and clean up the van, get some feed for the horses, and he's still not feeling too good. So he says, go on without me. I know every time I want to do his character, I want to be like, go on without him.
I will stay with Isabel.
Not going to be the horse Isabel.
Yes. That's it. He's taking care of Isabel. The horse.
All right, so we'll go to this great library.
All right, and sure as the other person, as Fell told you, you ask around, and it's very easy. Everybody kind of points over there down the street, and eventually you find the Grand Library.
We gotta dress up. Business outfits. He takes off his black leather vest and puts on a brown leather vest. There you go.
Wait a minute, guys. Just a second. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, my cloak adds lots of frills and gold trim. Kind of it just.
I use my
sits
shift
across
to
the
do like
robe.
a nice formal outfit.
Nice. All right, you guys look spiffy. So the Grand Library rises out of the skyline above the neighboring buildings like a giant stone monolith. The face of the building has no windows, nor any adornments, paintings, or any other form of beauty. Only a set of large doors with a metal sign overhead that reads, not surprisingly, the Grand Library. A couple of city watch mill around the front of a large outer doors. They look up at you a little surprised, but then they take on a more serious look, and one holds up their hand as signaling you to stop. Sorry, library's closed, except for
open the
business of the
doors.
crown.
Open the doors for us. We're
We're here to
visitors.
see Fizbin, man.
It doesn't look so grand from
Do you
here.
have a letter of access?
Right here. Now open the doors, please. We're in a big hurry.
Yes. Well, yes. He points to the other one. Go, come on, dang it, go, get the door open. Can't you see these people are important? The other guy kind of scrambles over. He kind of, welcome to the Grand Library. You'll be looking for the Turnmaith Vault, floor 15, East Wing. And the doors guy goes over to this crank and he's like, kind of sticks him in and he pushes. It takes about 5 minutes for him to crank the doors open. They're very slow. And eventually it kind of opens up so you can get in, and they step out of your way.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please come see us at the Mad Monkey 2 nights from now.
Oh, I heard of that bar. There's supposed to be some band that burned down their last show.
All right, shut your mouth or I'll shut
Did
it
I
for
say
you.
Mad Monkey? I meant shit. Help me out, guys.
Piss off, coppers! And he flies.
Yogurt moons him. He pulls up his shirt. Goes, "Ah, look at my ass! Yeah."
They kind of don't know what to make of it. They kind of like watch.
But they have the letter. Go ahead.
Have a good day, gentlemen and ladies. Good day. So inside, the library is inort.
It's
ornate.
ornate.
It says ornate on the inside as it is on the outside, which means it's very dull and somber. A temple of utilitarian efficiency.
We should burn
You
this place
follow the
down.
directions the City Watch gave you as best you can, but you have to stop several times to ask a gray-robed scholar for directions. Each time you do, you can see a mixture of emotions run across their faces. First, astonishment that someone has noticed them. Second, annoyance that their task has been interrupted. And finally, a look of worry, as if this small divestiture from their schedule might throw off their efficiency for the day. Eventually, you find a door with the words Turnmaith stamped on a brass plate above a door that is only about 4 feet tall.
Is this the library? Why is everyone so quiet?
Yeah, what the hell, man? Is this the right place?
Jesus fucking right.
This place is a fucking like a tomb. There's no color. What is wrong with you people? Plant a tree.
This is like,
I'm supposed to go through that?
Jesus, it's like visiting Shadowfell. This place sucks.
Yes, for the half work, this is it's a bit of a squeeze.
So I just opened the door and kick Pilgrim through.
And, God damn it, again. I made a 21 abatic roll, so I make it look like Willy Wonka when he comes out. I just do a roll and come up. Aha! Applause, something? You people suck. I'm getting angry.
It is very. Every time you guys talk, there's like an echo. It's like. All right, so you fit your way through the door and find yourself in a large room filled with high shelves of scrolls and books, seemingly to rise several floors above. You see small ladders in each row of shelves that provide access to the highest levels of texts. In the center of the room is a long, flat table piled high with books. Poking out of the top of the pile of books is a bright green pointed hat that seems to shake and move slightly. And as you draw closer, it stops, and you hear a voice behind the book say, "Ah, hello! You must be the group of intrepid adventurers here to help us. Yes, very good." And the hat disappears, and you see a small figure of a gnome dressed in a matching bright green robe come strolling around the desk. His fingers are stained with ink, and his eyes twinkle as he smiles at you. "Hello, and well met. I am Fizbin. Let me explain why you are here."
Do you have a brother?
Whoa. Before explaining, I'm at a round of drinks, okay?
Yeah.
And look, it's been
Do you
a
have
hard
a
morning.
brother married to a half-orc?
No, there was my Uncle Marty who was seeing a half-orc some time ago, but I thought they were having problems,
They're not having
marital
problems
issues.
anymore. All right, let's get some drinks. Okay.
I'm sorry, there are...
Oh, no problem. We brought our own. Just everybody reaches in a
careful.
pocket.
Careful now, don't spill anything on any of these
No,
scrolls. It's
never
all
do
very
that.
important stuff.
A rolled up thing looks like pipe weed and goes to light it. Like, but absolutely, we never do anything like that. Lights up right there.
No.
Certainly not. And he twinkles his little fingers, and your pipe goes out.
Whoa,
He's
that's
like,
uncool. Come on, I
Do you
left the
not
hard
see
stuff
around
outside.
you the scrolls?
Hey, they're fine. This is top quality stuff.
Come, sit down, please. There's too many things to burn in here.
What a fucking square. Puts his pipe away.
He says, all right. he says, okay, why we've called you here. You may or may not have noticed. So there's a lot of refugees that have come from the south. And so we have a lot more people in the city. And unfortunately, over the last, few months, from all around the city, the farmers and the herdsmen have been reporting sick and lame animals. And the crops, some of them appear to be also sickly, and the fields they're not producing the kind of output we need. This could lead to mass starvation come wintertime if we do not have enough food. My fear is that this is somehow connected to the chaos that has breached into our world. Because of that, and he walks over to the table and he gets this huge book, giant, he's holding it while he's over. He goes, we need you to transport this out to one of our abbeys that specializes in working with the local farmers and the herdsmen. They can use this, hopefully, to find some kind of remedy for what ails the crops and livestock. And he sets the book on the table with a boom. And
So
it's
you
a
want us
big
to take
sort of
a book?
leather-bound book. Yes, it's very valuable. It's on loan from a very prominent druidic order. We did promise to give it back. But yes, this must reach the abbey and to the headmaster there.
Hey, look here, Mr. Headmaster guy. I'm not one to turn down 600 gold a head.
That's 700, I thought.
Was it 700?
Yeah,
I was
700,
drinking
yeah.
a lot. So 700 gold a head, like we agreed to last night with your guy. But, you got 100 of these little gray robe stiffs running around here. Why can't they take it out there?
Well, because with the chaos tears, the roads are not always safe. There are bandits, desperate people, and darker things. And so we think it best to have seasoned adventurers. Yes. So you can roll sense motive if you want, or if you don't want to.
It's not a thing, I don't think.
That's
in this-
insight.
It's insight.
There we go.
Roll insight.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, this isn't.
20. Oh,
22.
I could roll it, but it would be just sort of
No,
stupid.
only a 13.
I'll roll it anyway. Yep, 11. There you
Yeah, because where all this started isn't where the last show was it?
go. Oh, that's a good point. Where are we heading to the last show location? Somebody get a map.
Or did all the problems start at the last show? I'm just asking questions.
Why you need to shut your fucking mouth, man. I mean, this is really not something we should be discussing with
Look, I'm
a
telling
guy.
you, famous is just like infamous. It's the same fucking thing. All right.
Yes. So yes, you all have, I have been told, transportation, and you have skills, and you're very you're seasoned adventurers, and perfect for protecting this book. And we
All right,
would
look,
be
for 700 gold a head, we're going to protect your book for you. No problem.
Can
Oh,
you take a look at that book real quick?
Oh, yes. Please, you can take a look at the book.
So between my calligraphy skill and investigation, can I see if this book looks legit?
So I'm assuming that you don't love agricultural exploits.
I actually, I got a +1 in nature, and I'm a Fey type, so
I'm a +1 in nature too. Big fucking deal.
I don't eat meat, so
Oh, all right. So you don't have to make a fort save reading it. It is a massive book, and it is a very large book on gardening, soil types, fertilizer, collection methods, growing cycles, pollination techniques, plant rotation schedules, regional pest information. If you've made it this far, you probably need to roll a fort save to stay awake. So it appears to be an old, meticulously high quality, calligraphy, but it is definitely a giant book of gardening and animal handling. It does not appear to be magic. There are no potions. I mean, there's things like if you've got a sick animal, so it has some herbalism in it. but there are no like spells or curses or anything like that. It is mundane.
Rain flies over your shoulder and goes, "Whoa, where are the pictures?"
There are pictures. There is.
Here's how to inseminate a cow by manually.
Whoa, look, all right, I have seen enough of that on the road.
that one.
Here's the close up.
I would say,
He tears that page out later tonight.
look, come on, don't show the Gromarsh is all I'm going to say. Don't just cod that whole chapter.
we're
Okay, and then you said 700 gold.
Yeah, that was the agreement.
That's what we negotiated with your guy last night.
Yeah, he said he had full.
Full negotiating capabilities, and
I look around and I see this opulence. Honestly, he's kind of fucking full of himself, really.
Yeah, oof.
it's just the risk was commensurate with the reward. He said.
He kept trying to fuck
That's
one of our
okay.
band
That
members, man.
seems a little out of character for him. He goes over and he starts rummaging in a box, and it's okay. Well, I'm a little short. $650 a person, okay?
All right, look. How about this? How about you got
My apologies. I just this was not
nice
what I
rings
was
you're wearing
budgeted
there.
for.
Let me discuss with my bandmates here. See what we can do for you. Huddle up.
Maybe by the
huddle up,
time you
everybody.
come back, we can settle the rest of it.
Shit.
So we want to front the 650 and just get the last 50 per person on the back end.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we'll pay you. Yeah, of course we trust you implicitly.
Oh, okay then.
Well, okay.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right,
let's go deliver this
the
book.
band has decided that we'll accept your generous offer, even though it goes against our usual terms and conditions.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. But you'll be delivering this book to Master Seiler. He is a wise scholar in all things agricultural. I mean, when you've been studying it for the last 300 years, you tend to learn a lot.
You got a map? Where we gonna meet this guy?
Oh, yes. Oh, well, you'll meet him in the Abbey. So the Abbey, the Abbey, if you leave the city out of the south gate, travel about a mile, you will see a dirt road heading to the west along a river. And you just take that road, and in about a day and a half, depending on the trail and the traffic, you will arrive at the Abbey.
All right.
You can't miss it. It's a beautiful structure.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to you, sir, but this entire room is filled with scrolls and maps. You just can't write that down.
Yes, I could draw you a picture. Yes.
Some of our bandmates forget things.
Yes. So he
Excuse me.
kind of goes over, takes a quill, starts drawing on a little piece of
from
parchment.
outside, the loud sound of somebody upchucking.
I like the idea that Kubo's character is goat, basically.
Oh, yes. That's it. Shit, fuck balls.
And he's just overdosed on black tar heroin.
We're going to incorporate all the last two scenarios in here. Hey, God, you got a bear claw somewhere?
It's
There might have something.
It's a material component to one of his
downstairs.
spells.
We don't normally eat in here.
I prefer.
And so
owlbear
you hear his
claws.
little pen scratching, and he dips more, and he's scratching. And you guys are standing there. After about 5 or 6 minutes, you're like, okay. And he's scratching, and he finishes, and he walks over and he hands you this little scroll, and on it is this beautiful topography of like the southern gate, and it's this pathway, and there's like a little drawing of the road, and there's like the river, and there's like little arts of like little animals and stuff and all this. It is like incredibly detailed.
I love that we made him draw a straight line, like here and here.
I gotta get this guy to do my tattoo.
Yeah, it's one turn. Leave the city,
right?
go left.
Doc, if you ever want to do a poster for our next album, I mean, you're hired. I'm just saying,
Did
Look
he
at this
just
stuff.
all-
He could do the cover, man. I'm telling you.
That is our cover.
You could throw
Isn't
some
that our
lightning
cover?
bolts in there, or like maybe a centaur or something metal as shit. That'd be awesome.
This would be like a full-time gig for you. You're that good.
That sounds simply inefficient.
I mean, look at all the women or men or whatever you like that Echo can't handle. I'm just saying, it goes to the artist usually. You know.
Oh, yes. Well, it all sounds very scandalous. Perhaps after this is all done, I will come and see one of your shows.
Oh, you got VIP seating, Doc. No problem. VIP.
Well, this is very good. I get 2 to 3 hours of free time a day.
Yeah, that'll be enough time.
Okay. So he starts wrapping the book in kind of like a leather sort of cover, sort of to protect it, and then he ties it up with a leather strap, and he hands you the book.
Who's taking the book?
He says, we cannot thank you enough. This is, be careful. And again, like I said, this book is very precious, and this is why we're willing to pay people of your renown so much money to handle such an important mission.
Does anybody have detect magic? I have identify.
You know, like, well, listen, we really appreciate the opportunity here.
Yeah. Thanks. Let's go, guys. Let's get on our way.
Oh, yes. No delays. Here, come with me. I will let you out. And he kind of like strolls down one of the long sets of books, the rows of books. And at the very end of it, there is a door that is a regular sized door.
Fucker, I hate those guys.
And he opens the door, and you immediately are assailed by the sounds of the street and the passersby and the smells. And the door takes you right outside of the face of the building, about 50 feet from where you came in.
Son of a...
Which seems a little
Bitch.
odd because you were on like the 15th floor. You'd climb like 15 floors of stairs, and sort of opens the door, and there you are on the street level. And he says, okay, yes. We look forward to your return. We will have the rest of the 50 gold each for you when you come back. Yes. Go now. Must get back to work.
We did get the
Wizards,
650
man.
each, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he gives you guys like a box full of gold.
Yes, I bathe in it.
I grabbed that, and I still cast identify on the book.
Okay. Do you want to do that there in the street, or do you want to go back to your van or your cart?
Do it in the cart.
Hey,
All
Matt, I sent you a DM in the.
I mean, there's no jewels or like fancy, like it's just books and scrolls and pens and ink wells. I mean, nothing that looks interesting to you unless you want to just grab like a random scroll or something.
Sure.
All right. You find out later that you have a scroll that is a treatise on cobblestone cleaning and the best methods to do that between the months of October and November, especially with the particular mildew that grows on dockside. And it has a solution that you can make from a particular mushroom and the sort of fermented paste that is great for cleaning the cobblestones.
All right. Rain joins everybody in the band afterwards. Hey guys, I got rolling papers.
Okay.
he's got this huge scroll.
Where'd you get that?
I got it at the shop.
We just came from a library. Put 2 and 2 together, genius.
Listen, that's not like sacred text or something. We're gonna smoke and it's gonna summon a demon or something like that. I mean, that'd be rad, but
Can't be
still.
worse than our last
Are
album.
you in a metal band or a pansy band? Come on, something to do would be awesome, right? Come on,
I'll fucking
do
Jesus
backup
Christ.
vocals.
Yeah, free experience
Yeah,
points.
wait a minute, you don't like my vocals now? Shoot,
I said
dickhead.
backup vocals.
Oh, you're talking about the goat. Yeah, okay, no problem.
All right. So I want you to describe how, well, I'm going to get it right. Zuljan sets up him, right? Her. So that sets up her identify. Does she like do it inside the van? Does she have like a certain ritual she uses?
Basically, the ritual takes whatever the component parts required and goes, "What is this?" She's a very simple orc.
It's very simple. All right. So you find that this is a completely and utterly non-magical book. The closest thing you can find is that there might have been some past enchantments on, like just preserving it, but nothing else. So for all intents and purposes, it is a mundane book on gardening and fertilizer and pollination and insemination.
Just tucking the cart behind instruments and
that guy was acting really weird. I kind of feel like we're like patsies or something.
I'm kind of thinking that's a lot of money to move a book.
Yeah.
I think we get the money, we take the book, and give it to somebody and just leave.
I mean, that's the objective.
That's pretty much what he asked us to do.
On the other hand, we did get 650 large each already. We don't have
Which
to
does
go
seem a
drop the
little
book off.
strange that normally you do not get payments up front.
So
Is in this town? Is there like a large bank?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's banks. Yeah.
Like, are they internationally reputable, like across the continent, or are they just
across? Definitely across the kingdom, but also other kingdoms have come and trade. Yeah, this is like the capital. So there's like, would it be like this city bank, or
So what I'm thinking is, we find some poor schmuck, give him 50 gold to send the book for us. Just keep on doing our songs.
You want to outsource? Is what you're saying?
Do you want to hold this book all the way across this bumblefuck abbey?
I mean, it's not going to take us that long.
Look, just all right. While we're discussing this, pull up to that bank over there.
All right, you guys stop your cart at a bank.
This is real gold, right?
Yep. So
Tastes like real gold.
So Rain just grabs his big giant sack of gold, throws it over his shoulder, and tries to fly it inside the door.
All right, it's a little tough to fly. It's kind of heavy. It's a lot of money.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go into the bank.
He wants a letter of credit for that amount of money.
They're like, so there's like a dwarf behind the window. He's like, well, letter of credit? Sure, coming up. You want it for the whole thing? You want any pocket change? You want to... do you have any ID?
He looks at his vest and his tight leather pants, and he goes, "Oh wait, hold on." He pulls out a band poster.
That's me.
That's me.
Right, he takes the poster and like stamps it like a little notary type thing, and then he fills out the thing and he counts it, and then he counts it again, one by one. So that's like couple thousand, and he counts it a third time. And then he puts it away and kind of scoops it all in a little hole, and you hear it jingle down into some pit below him. And he hands you the letter of writ, sort of a letter of
folds it up,
promissory note.
Folds it up in a strangely small way and puts it in his tiny leather vest. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, don't lose that. It's the same as the gold.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. He takes it out of the vest. He puts it down his leather pants. Good to go. He just flies off.
Have a nice day.
That was just your money, right?
No, he took everybody's, I think, right?
No. It was just it. He'd offer to do anybody else's, but he just did his.
Hulgrim will let him do it. He doesn't want to carry a bunch of gold with him on the road.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll keep 50.
I'll keep 50.
Cash on hand,
600
just
to go back.
probably drink it all tonight.
Speaking of that, do you guys want to? Do you guys have supplies on your character sheet? Like, did you buy mundane things?
Not
like
bedroll, travel clothes, backpack, adventuring stuff.
Yeah,
hunting trap,
stuff
mess
like that.
kit,
light armor.
Yeah,
Piton, rations.
we got a couple of days of we're only going a day, right? That's what it said.
Yeah.
string,
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah, a day there, and then like probably stay the night, and then a day back.
All right. Well, look, we'll stop. We'll get road beers. We'll get recreational supplies and road snacks. That's it. You know, like bags,
That seems fair.
crisps, and
right.
you know.
I need some new clothes.
Shift
always-
man.
Yeah, well,
Get the
you couldn't really ship. You know, like it's not fair that they just rip your clothes off you every night. But
know.
you know,
That's coming out of your
can't-
take.
I can't keep
once
sewing
again-
them.
You don't sew them. You just leave them in rooms or walk out naked all the time. It's a little disconcerting.
well, 3 days out of the week you're wearing panties.
Stop staring.
So, I mean,
On his
It's hard
head.
to stare. I'm
Always on
3
his
foot
head.
tall and your dick hits me in the face when you walk by. It's fucking disturbing.
That's how you, that's a sign of respect among elves.
No, it is not. I know elves. I speak elves.
so now I'm envisioning
I'm
the
the
back
only-
of the back of the van or the back of the bus, and like everybody's got their little areas, and you know, and Rain's got, instead of like a lantern or something that he lives in a bong.
Occasionally, Zulja mistakenly smokes it.
That's fine with Rain. Whoa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's not bong water.
Yes.
Alrighty. All right, so you guys get some road snacks. You guys get some.
We got like a keg. Look, we don't want to waste money.
Yeah.
Just get a
It's just
keg.
a keg.
Because like get
Two
the
kegs,
small.
one for me, one for the rest of the group.
Well, look, one day out, one
Awesome.
day back. I mean, it's kegs and.
Yep. Keg should do it. All right, so you guys head out from the capital, out of the south gate, and sure enough, about a mile south. Now, as you're leaving, you're seeing there's a fair steady stream of wagon trains coming north. Most of them are, you know, they've got bedraggled civilians, people, you know, they look kind of a little shell-shocked, and they've got lots of like all their belongings packed on it, and they're all heading toward the city. Every now and then you'll see a cart with some soldiers, some wounded, also moving north to the city. And after about a mile, you find that there's a bridge with a river going underneath of it, and that heading off to the west is a dirt track. It doesn't have any cobblestone or anything that leads west along the river, and you make your turn. And so the East March Road breaks off from the main north-south road and winds into the countryside, paralleling the East March River. The road is much narrower, but deep tracks have been cut into it by passing wagons. You pass a few farmers or other travelers, but they seem withdrawn and not friendly as you might have expected from rural folk. The East March River winds alongside the road down in a deep cut of the earth, sometimes shallow where the river bank is almost on level with the road, and at other times it is out of sight, deep within a narrow channel cut by ages of erosion. Your day passes uneventful, and by early evening you find a nice clearing and some trees to set up some camp. So it does take a little longer. So your first day out, you actually don't arrive at the abbey, and you find yourself sort of, you know, not as many travelers, and you've been traveling for the entire day, and it's been a little slower going than you thought. The wagon kind of has a little bit of difficulty navigating the ruts, and so you don't really move a lot faster than you're walking. But you're able to set up your camp, find a place that's relatively flat near the
This
river.
kind of sucks. I thought he said we could walk and get there in a night.
Well, apparently, he doesn't leave the library that often.
Now, looking at the map he drew, how well did it approximate our route so far?
Yeah, he said he drew a really detailed topographic map, you know?
So it seems very detailed, but there's no scale. So you realize it doesn't really, you're not sure of what the scale of the map is. And as you're looking at it now, it's very stylized, but it also doesn't, like, you can't really, like, you're thinking back to your road and you're like, well, this doesn't really match any place like on the map with the river, with the road. It's kind of a representation of it.
The old man does not know scale, apparently, when drawing a map.
Here, where's the legend?
That's the legend. That's a
Right here.
song written
I'm right
by
here.
Demon Seed.
Yeah, it's like
Right, you guys are the legend. So the night passes uneventful. You guys, eat up the rest of your road snacks, drink some more beer, and the next morning you guys head out again. About midday on the second day, the skies to the south darken and the winds pick up. An hour later, the first drops of rain begin to fall, picking up steadily until you find yourself in a full-blown downpour. A thick fog has also rolled in, and a combination of the two greatly reduces your visibility. The dirt road quickly becomes mud, and the deep ruts from the wagon wheels fill with water. You can hear and sometimes see that the river to your south has started to swell with an infusion of the heavy rain. As you slog up a hill, you think you can hear the whinnying of horses and the muffled shouts of a woman's voice. And as you crest the hill through the fog, you see the back of a wagon, apparently stuck in one of the ruts. Two men are trying to push the wagon free, while a robust woman in noble's clothing stands shouting at them to try harder. Through the fog, you can make out two more wagons ahead on the road.
maybe it'd go quicker if you helped him, you bitch. And I give him the finger.
That's good. You give it to him.
So you guys basically have coming up to the slogging and the cart slogging through the mud. You hear this woman shouting and two guys trying to get a cart unstuck from the mud. And there are a couple of carts that you can kind of see, and you can see that there are people on those carts as well.
Huh.
And the little
Fools.
convoy has kind of come to a stop.
They don't know what they're doing. Yulgrim will jump out of this good thing and head up to the carts.
So you get up there. There's a sort of like a young boy, in a sort of a green tunic and a kind of a heavy set human guy, sort of a big brow, and this woman is yelling at them like, "Lift, you two oafs, lift! I'm standing out in this rain.
Woman!
I am getting soaked."
Shh, woman!
She turns around and looks, doesn't see you at first. She looks down. She goes, "What are you doing out of the cart, child?"
I am no child. I'm Yulgrim of the Lost Shire. What are you doing here, you fools? What is
Can't
going
you
on?
see? We're stuck in the mud, and these two oafs, they can't seem to get it out. Lift harder.
Excuse me, name Matt. Yulgrim makes a 21 in a survival roll, so he looks to say, "That's because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Take them logs, put them here, doing this, and I just help get the boys to get them on log." He goes, "And you could do me a favor, woman, unless you're going to sing a mighty metal ballad. Shut your fat mouth."
Well, I never from such a ruffian.
Yes, if you had it for a ruffian, maybe you'd be smiling. Now shut your suckhole, please. We're doing the work of men. And I take the boys and I say, "Come with me, boy. Come with me, big one."
So these are like open-backed carts. These aren't like closed carriages.
No, they are not closed, and they're open back, and so the people, everyone's just drenched in like they've got like tarps over family belongings and things like that. So you give them some advice, and they kind of start heaving and huffing, and they get the pole underneath of it, and the woman, she kind of like huffs and like walks over here. She's like, I never. And she she's waiting for the cart to get unstuck, and you guys get it raised up, and you finally get it really high up, and then the cart pitches forward and it hits the ground, and the whole sort of road shudders for a second. Well, you feel like the ground shakes as the cart hits the ground, and the horses, even the ones in front, sort of neigh and start kind of prancing for a second. And you're kind of looking at the cart, and at the ground shook, and you're like,
So, Matt, is the ground like, it's mud, right? So it was like
yeah.
it was a coincidental impact when the cart landed, that noise? Because did it come from where the cart hit, or did it come from around us?
Well, it just seemed like the minute it hit, everything shook, the ground around it.
This cart shouldn't have done that. Quickly, we must get moving. We could be on unstable ground. Hurry!
The ground shakes again, and this time you kind of the two other guys, they kind of stumble. The lady holds the cart. She's like, "Whatever are you doing back there?"
Rain grabs his bow and flies up.
Get my axe ready. I start looking around, look at the water, look, something is amiss, something is not right.
As the cart pulls, the ground begins to shake violently. The very shape of the road bulges like a wave, sending the horses into a frenzy. The lead horse bucks as the cart, its driver, and two passengers in the back, a woman and her small child, lurches and begins to slide down the muddy hill toward the raging river. The horses pull against the weight of the cart with their hooves, only slide slowly in the muck. The hill on the left side of the road erupts as mud and rock fly through the air. A large shape emerges from what was the hill, its body covered in armored plates, its head massive with heavily plated skull, small beady eyes, and a gaping maw. Its 4 feet are adorned with massive claws that sink into the ground. It tosses back its head and lets out a roar.
Fucking metal!
So you see this big thing pop out, and it looks like it's you guys recognize is a belay. Land shark.
Land shark.
Yep, you see that burst through the ground, and that's where we are going to break for tonight. We will start the next session with the battle with the cart with the woman and the small child slipping towards the river down the muddy hill, and the bullet that has emerged from the road and is looking to eat anything and everything it can.
Thank you for listening to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers Podcast's latest story, Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition actual play podcast. My name is Matt, and I've been your co-host and tour manager for this adventure. The Mithril Maidens are Nathan, playing as Echoes of Banter, an Eladrin elf monk and bagpipe player. Tyr as Rain Northshire, a Fey archer thief and bass lutist. Sean as Hulgrim, the Lost Shire, a halfling barbarian and the lead lutist. Chris as Zulja Azaya, a half-orc bard and the band's drummer. And Anthony as Gromarsh, a half-orc bard and lead singer of the band. To top it off, we've got Malcolm returning to play the role of Orin Kilroy, a half-elf priest and manager of the Mithril Maidens. Original art for Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws was done by Simone Tometa, also known as Old Raging Barbarian. It's awesome artwork, and it captures the metal feel of the show. Music and sound effects were provided by Dark Fantasy Studio, Audio Jungle, and SoundQ. If you like what you hear, please follow, like, and subscribe to our stream or channels on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or just about anywhere you find podcasts. We also really appreciate your feedback and chatting with folks so that we feel free to tweet us, comment on our YouTubes, or leave us a review so that we can reach even more people. You can also visit our website at theaarpgs.com, where you can read more about the cast, listen to old episodes, and even shop our store for some cool geek chic merchandise. So thank you again for taking your time to sit down with us at our gaming table, and until next time, be safe, be kind to each other, and play games.
I don't see shit. I see a big black screen.
Nothing but a big black square.
Hot.
So, which is very attractive to
Oh God, he's the endless void! He's the endless void!
He's the endless void.
Hey, we gotta beat the void with our metal.
That is so weird.